Hi, Mr. Veal.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good.
Alright.
So I was just going to ask you a couple questions
Okay.
about bullying in our school.
Mhm.
So which type of bullying happens the most in our school?
Okay. We've always had issues, and every school will always have issues with bullying.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we make such a concerted effort to deal with it, because it's one of those things that just will not go away, and you just have to absolutely minimize the impact of it as much as you can. The last couple of years, the biggest uh, issues with bullying has been cyberbullying, where students have had their MySpace, Facebook, and other electronic accounts where people are saying awful things to each other, and it's just sad that but that's been the format which most of the bullying has been happening the last couple of years, and it's been very difficult for some students. Either they'll just flat out say really rude things to each other, or say inappropriate things to each other, or they'll set up an account and pretend to be somebody else and say awful things. So cyberbullying has been a real issue that Ms. Dempsey and I have both worked very hard to deal with, both with the students themselves and the parents. And to be quite blunt, that we have discussions with parents regularly, and we tell them that as a parent, your job is to keep them safe, not to be their friend, but to keep them safe. And to be quite blunt, a lot of times they will say things like, "Well, I don't want my child to think that I don't trust them," and I understand that, but they're the the big thing is that they have to keep them safe, and if they don't know their account codes, they can't keep them safe. They have to check them, even, and it's not a question of trust; it's a question of safety. So that's what we spend a lot of time on these days.
Okay. Well, I have one more question.
Okay.
This is a different one than I asked you earlier. So,
Okay.
we've heard that there have been special counselors that come in for bullying.
Mhm.
How many times a week do the special counselors come in?
Okay, we have a behavior specialist that can come in as needed. It's more as reported as needed. They don't have they don't attend East once a day, every other week, or whatever the case is. They'll come in as needed. So we do have support. We do have people that we talk to and consult with. So there's a lot of support here, which is great. And when we have something very serious that we feel needs to be addressed, and if we have any questions in our minds at all, whether how we're handling it or what we're doing as far as a strategy, we always consult with our behavior specialists in the district. So
Okay.
He's got a PhD and he's very qualified, and so we feel very comfortable with that situation.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Veal.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.